Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In a world where emotions often feel like turbulent waves, how can we find our anchor? This journey explores 7 Stoic lessons that hold the key to mastering your emotions and facing life's storms with unwavering resolve. Before we dive in, your support by liking the video would mean a lot. It helps keep the Stoic philosophy alive and spreading. If you haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so and activate the bell icon so you never miss an update. Lesson 1. Understand what's in your control. Imagine being caught in a storm, not one of thunder and rain, but life's unexpected turns, disappointments, and changes. The Stoics, ancient Greek and Roman philosophers, offer a timeless tool for these moments: the dichotomy of control. Picture planning an outdoor event, and despite every effort, it rains. You can't control the weather, but how you respond is entirely up to you. You might feel frustrated or choose to adapt, move the event indoors, or see the rain as something refreshing. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who began life as a slave and rose to great influence, said it clearly: "Some things are in our control and others not." Simple but powerful. Every day we face situations, some within our influence, like our habits or who we spend time with, and others far beyond it, like global events, time, or weather. The Stoics believe that our well-being doesn't depend on those external forces, but on how we interpret and respond to them. It's not the event, but our judgment that shapes our emotions. Maybe you missed a job opportunity and felt devastated, but later saw it as a blessing that led to growth or a better path. To practice this, ask, "Do I control this?" If yes, take action. If no, practice acceptance. By deeply understanding this principle, we free ourselves from needless suffering. We learn to adjust our sails even when we can't control the wind. In a chaotic world, this clarity is powerful. It directs our energy toward what we can change and teaches us serenity for what we cannot. Lesson 2. Reflect before reacting. In our fast-paced digital age, reflection may feel outdated, but it's more vital than ever. It can be the difference between peace and chaos in a world demanding instant reactions. We face countless decisions every day, big and small, but more important than the size of the choice is how we approach it. Take a common example: reading a message that upsets you. Maybe a colleague questions your work or a friend says something offhand. Your first instinct might be anger, but what if you paused instead? That brief moment of detachment isn't about ignoring your emotions, but understanding them. Reflection allows space to breathe and comprehend. It's not passive, it's actively engaging with your emotions. Ask yourself, why did this upset me? What beliefs or past experiences are fueling my feelings? Am I reacting to the moment or to something old? Reflection also fosters empathy. Maybe your colleague was under pressure or your friend was unaware. That space gives you a chance to consider their perspective. This approach, especially in relationships, can prevent countless misunderstandings and preserve connections. Reflecting before reacting doesn't just serve you. It opens the door to greater understanding and harmony with those around you. Finding clarity, compassion, and connection begins with the power of reflection. In professional settings, this ability to pause and consider before acting is invaluable. Leaders who take the time to reflect are often seen as more thoughtful, measured, and wise. Their decisions tend to stand the test of time, not because they were made quickly, but because they were made consciously. In a world moving at breakneck speed, choosing to reflect is a quiet yet powerful rebellion, a way of saying we will not be swept away by the need for instant reaction. It is a deep commitment to our well-being and the quality of our interactions. To reflect before reacting is more than just a helpful habit, it is a guiding philosophy. It champions depth over haste, understanding over impulsiveness, and meaningful connection over fleeting exchanges. Ultimately, it's a journey inward that shapes not just our immediate responses, but the very fabric of our lives. Lesson 3. Practice dispassion. In a world that constantly tugs at our emotions, the concept of practicing dispassion might seem counterintuitive. However, dispassion isn't about becoming numb or detached. It's about maintaining a balanced mindset, a calm center in the midst of emotional storms. Imagine watching a gripping movie. You feel the tension and drama, but you remain seated, knowing it's just a story. Similarly, dispassion allows us to experience life fully while maintaining enough perspective not to be overwhelmed. In our modern age of constant notifications and information, reacting to everything with intensity can leave us emotionally drained. Dispassion offers a healthy buffer. It helps us navigate news, social media, and conversations with greater emotional sustainability. It also proves crucial in personal relationships, especially when emotions run high. Dispassion allows us to stay present and engaged without being swept up in reactive outbursts. This self-awareness, knowing our triggers and recognizing our patterns, creates a space between what happens and how we respond. In that space lies our power to choose a thoughtful, measured response rather than an impulsive one. Contrary to popular belief, dispassion doesn't strip life of joy, it enhances it. By not clinging too tightly to outcomes, we open ourselves up to appreciate the journey. We savor the moment without fear of loss. Practicing dispassion leads to inner balance and calm, a compass that guides us gracefully through life's inevitable ups and downs. As we grow in this mindset, we contribute not just to our own peace, but to a more thoughtful, centered world around us. Lesson 4. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Life presents constant emotional challenges, from small annoyances like spilled coffee to deeper conflicts and misunderstandings. In these moments, emotions often cloud our judgment, making problems seem more dramatic than they are. But one simple question can offer a profound shift in perspective. Will this matter in 5 years? This question acts like a mental time machine, carrying us forward and allowing us to reflect on the present from a distance. Suddenly, that argument or setback doesn't feel as catastrophic. Most of what troubles us today will likely fade into the background of our lives. Think about the things that kept you up at night 5 years ago. How many of them still weigh on you today? Likely few, if any, still hold significance. This realization is freeing. It helps us separate the trivial from the truly important and encourages us to respond with greater wisdom and calm. Asking this question regularly allows us to prioritize what truly matters and avoid wasting energy on short-term frustrations. For example, a stressful day at work may seem huge in the moment, but in the context of a long career, it's just a blip. Embracing this long-term view builds resilience. It reminds us that adversity passes and that we are more than the challenges we face. With this perspective, we learn to navigate life with a greater sense of clarity, patience, and emotional control. Instead of getting bogged down by the problem at hand, we can learn to step back, strategize, and adapt, trusting that time often brings clarity and solutions. But asking, will this matter in 5 years, is not merely about minimizing problems. It's about sharpening our focus on what truly matters. It helps redirect our energy toward the things that have enduring value. If we want our actions and choices to have lasting significance, we must prioritize relationships, personal growth, and experiences that stand the test of time. In a culture obsessed with the now, this question becomes a quiet but steady compass, pointing us toward a life rooted in purpose, perspective, and peace. Repeatedly turning to this perspective in times of stress or uncertainty allows us to navigate life's inevitable highs and lows with greater grace, ensuring that our energy and attention are devoted to what truly counts. Lesson 5. Keep a Stoic journal. The act of journaling has long been celebrated across civilizations, not just as a way to record events, but as a tool for insight, growth, and clarity. The Stoics, with their deep focus on self-awareness and inner mastery, embrace this practice wholeheartedly. A Stoic journal isn't just a record of what happened during the day. It's a personal dialogue, a space to explore your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It's where the outer world meets the inner, where you begin to align your responses with your values. Imagine ending your day not only recalling what occurred, but exploring why you responded the way you did. What triggered that frustration? What sparked that moment of joy? By reflecting regularly, you start to see patterns, emotional triggers, unconscious habits, and the values that quietly shape your decisions. Even Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, used journaling in this way. His Meditations, a private collection of reflections, was never intended for others. Yet it remains one of history's greatest texts on self-leadership and Stoic philosophy. You don't need to be an emperor to benefit from this practice. In our fast-paced, distracted world, a few moments of introspection each day serve as a grounding ritual, a space for clarity amidst the chaos. Over time, this habit reveals deep insights, certain stressors that repeatedly unsettle you, or habits, like practicing gratitude, that consistently lift your mood. These reflections become a map for growth. Just as importantly, journaling cultivates accountability. As you examine your actions each day, it becomes harder to ignore recurring missteps. You begin to hold yourself to your own evolving standards, not out of guilt, but out of a desire to become better. In essence, a Stoic journal becomes a wise, steady companion, one that listens without judgment, nudges you toward greater awareness, and gently reminds you of the person you are becoming. It's a commitment to living with intention, clarity, and alignment. Lesson 6. See obstacles as opportunities. Life is full of challenges, from everyday frustrations to major upheavals. But what if we could learn to see those obstacles not as threats, but as stepping stones? The Stoics embrace this idea wholeheartedly. They believe that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can control how we interpret and respond to it. This shift in mindset transforms hardships into powerful tools for growth. Marcus Aurelius expressed it beautifully. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In other words, the very thing that blocks your path may become the path itself, if you choose to approach it with the right mindset. Consider how a river meets a boulder. It doesn't stop. It finds a way around it or carves a new path entirely. Over time, that obstacle shapes the river's course. Similarly, life's challenges can redirect us, often in ways that lead to greater purpose, resilience, or creativity. A job loss might catalyze a career change or open the door to entrepreneurship. A painful breakup could lead to deeper self-understanding and stronger, more authentic connections in the future. This perspective doesn't mean we seek out pain or deny hardship. Rather, it invites us to recognize the hidden potential within our trials. It builds resilience by encouraging us to ask not, "Why is this happening to me?" but "What can this teach me?" Every difficulty becomes an invitation to grow, to adapt, to evolve. And with that shift in perspective, we move through life not as victims of circumstance, but as active participants in our own transformation. By nurturing the seed of opportunity with a mindset grounded in patience, perseverance, and positivity, we can transform life's obstacles into stepping stones. These very challenges, once viewed as hindrances, become catalysts, guiding us toward growth, wisdom, and fulfillment. Lesson 7. Practice gratitude. In the vast landscape of human emotion, gratitude stands out as a golden thread, subtly but powerfully weaving joy, contentment, and clarity into our daily lives. While it can arise spontaneously, the Stoics believe that gratitude is most impactful when practiced deliberately. They saw it not as a fleeting feeling, but as a conscious habit, a daily anchor that keeps us grounded in the present and appreciative of life's richness. True gratitude goes beyond polite thank yous. It is a deep recognition of the countless forces, people, and moments that shape and elevate our existence. It means seeing the beauty in the mundane, the wisdom in challenges, and the fleeting nature of experience that makes every moment more sacred. Seneca once wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This sentiment captures the heart of gratitude, being fully rooted in the now, cherishing what is before us without being pulled into worry or longing. Consider the small things we often overlook: the warmth of sunlight on a winter day, the sound of laughter echoing through a room, a kind gesture from a friend, or even the quiet rhythm of your own breath. When we pause to acknowledge and appreciate these simple gifts, their meaning expands, enriching our lives in quiet but profound ways. Gratitude also acts as a remedy for our mind's natural focus on lack, on what we don't have, what we haven't achieved, or what might go wrong? By turning our attention to what is rather than what isn't, we cultivate contentment, diminish envy, and strengthen emotional resilience. Fortunately, the practice is simple. Begin or end your day by writing down just 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, this small ritual rewires your mindset, making you more aware of life's gifts and more capable of enduring its challenges with grace. Moreover, gratitude deepens our relationships. When we acknowledge the love, support, and kindness shown to us by others and express it, we nurture connection, build mutual respect, and create a ripple effect of goodwill. In a world that constantly urges us to chase more success, more possessions, more validation, gratitude is a quiet, powerful rebellion. It reminds us that we already hold so much. It invites us to celebrate the present moment, to live with open hearts, and to walk through life with a deep sense of appreciation. Outro. As the sun sets on another day, we're left with the enduring resonance of ancient wisdom meeting modern life. The question now is, how will you carry these Stoic lessons forward? Which one will you weave into your routines, your mindset, your choices? We invite you to reflect, to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments, and to keep walking this path of self-discovery alongside us. Thank you for spending your time here with us. Until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and never stop seeking wisdom.